Hanukkah, or solstice, or Yule, or Kwanzaa, or whatever days you hold holy at this time of the year, or even if you don't hold any particular days to be holy. I wish you the absolute best, happiness, joy, hope, positive things. Hopefully the next year will be wonderful and awesome for everybody, or at least more so. What's going on? End of the year, the build is done. It is functional. I just have a little bit of extra filming to do, and then I need to edit it all together, and it will be out by the end of the year, and I am absolutely amazed at how awesome it came out. Where is it? There it is. It's there. Makes me so happy. It's so cool. Yeah. Some other stuff that's come up. The Little Cap project. I finally got some videos and some pictures and stuff from some of the people that got sent those. I'm hoping to get that compiled again early next year, and hopefully that will continue to go out, and hopefully travel will be possible again next year, and I will get to go forth and meet wonderful, awesome people around the world again. Yeah. Alright. Questions. The final Q&A for 2020. Four-Piece asks, as you mentioned in the previous video, you have bad eyesight. Does this mean you have glasses? I have one bad eye. My right eye is 20/20. It's actually very, very good. My left eye, they don't have a number for how bad it is. This is still kind of blurry. So the world is just a complete blur in my left eye. My right eye is perfectly fine. I do have glasses. They don't do much good. They make the world slightly less blurry, and they give me a headache. To actually correct what is wrong with it, because it's an extremely bad astigmatism, would require a transplant. And I'm not gonna. My right eye compensates well enough that I can see just fine. And no, you cannot see my glasses. I look like an old man, and I won't do it. Caleb Green. I think I've got a letter from him here. I do. Caleb Green. What is your favorite Pokemon? I'm pretty sure I've answered this before. My favorite Pokemon is, of course, Chaozu. Despacito Spider. What is your favorite snack to replenish the salts lost on the field? Pickles. I generally like to avoid a dead woman's pickles, but I'll take them in a pinch. That or potato chips. Just regular Frito-Lay salty potato chips. Or Powerade. Grape Ape Duct Tape. That is a fabulous handle. Is there a softer spring for the Pro Mark II? I don't know if there is one yet. There probably is. I've heard that some attempts to lighten it have had no effect on it whatsoever. I'm sure if you went with a light enough spring, you could get it down a little bit. And I'm sure there will be probably by the time this video has come out. But who knows? Mark Hill. Do you like the Lego Ideas Sesame Street set? I do. I think that it's a fabulous idea. Those are merging of things from my childhood, and I love it. Zach Leak. Have you watched Lego Masters? I have not. No, not a big reality TV fan. Do you have the Dart Zone Pro Mark II? And if so, how are you finding it? I do have one. I think I took it out of the box and fired a dart. And I haven't touched it since. So, don't have much of an opinion on it yet. There ain't no Justy. I wonder if it's supposed to be Justice. And it just got cut off. No idea. Have you watched Trollbridge? I have not even heard of Trollbridge. What am Trollbridge? Grape Ape Duct Tape again. Still a fabulous handle. What is the shotgun all the wall behind you? Well, there's a couple of them actually. I think you can probably only see this one, which is a Spring Thunder. I also have one of my minimized ones up there, and the Eliminator? I think it's the Eliminator. I think they're too far up for you to even see, but you're probably talking about that one. And yeah, that is the Spring Thunder. Justin Black. Captain, if you have 7 apples and 4 llamas, how many pancakes will hit your roof? Blue. Michael Nimrod. Would you ever try playing RuneScape? Probably not. But I mean, I had a good enough reason to. This is the part where I'd usually crumple up the first page and throw it at you, but my printer had the audacity to print double-sided, which is probably saving paper, but it means I don't get to throw stuff. Braves fan 98. What is your favorite holiday tradition? It used to be sledding. My brothers and sisters and I would go sledding on Christmas Eve after Christmas Mass, which at that point would actually probably be Christmas early, like 1 a.m. Christmas morning. And that, yeah, we would go sledding in the dark, and it was fun. But we don't get to do that much anymore. Skirmish Customs. Is there a pro CQB nerf? Yes! There is both Foam Pro Tour and Blaster Tag Association, which are both 5v5, relatively CQB, competitive stuff. They've got a number of different game modes, and there are leagues, and there are tournaments that are held, and all of that. That is what we are trying to grow into a bigger thing that will rival both, the airsoft and the paintball, which you do both of those, because there are a number of advantages to doing it with Nerf. The big one being we can do it in more places. You don't need nearly as large a space because the ranges are less, and you can set it up just about anywhere, whereas airsoft and paintball, you kind of need to have a dedicated field because they make a mess, or they're dangerous, or they need a much larger space. Whereas we can set up in a city park and play, or a school play field, or things like that. So yeah, that's where a lot of companies are getting interested. The Dart Zone Pro obviously is something that clearly was geared more towards that. The Nexus can be easily modified enough to be competitive in that arena. Most people use Caliburns or Talon Claws or FTLs or stuff like that. But seeing mainstream companies starting to produce blasters that would be perfectly functional in that is really, really cool. I actually plan to run those kind of tournaments here once the plague ends and I can hold events here. Was one of the reasons I wanted to get my own place, was so that I could host those kind of events. Because we weren't running them at Fort Borst. We were only doing the super stock 150 cap type stuff, and there's a lot of people in this area that are really into the high-powered stuff, and there just wasn't a venue for them to be able to do that. So I want to start a league up here and start hosting tournaments here where we can really get into that. So yeah, that'll be interesting. The Model Railwayman. Do you think that 3D printed armor, if constructed correctly, could be a good substitute for something like Boffer LARP, where you don't need the full protection of steel plate, but would want to wear armor that looked cool? Yeah. If you printed it thick enough and out of the right material, you could definitely make it look good. Especially if you printed out of TPU, which is a little bit more flexible, because fully rigid it might not be such a great idea, but TPU scale armor would not look bad, and it wouldn't sound as bad because TPU is a little bit more rubbery. It'd sound a little bit more like leather. Though quite honestly, I mean, I would almost wonder if it wouldn't be easier and cheaper to make it out of leather or metal. But that would require a lot more tools, whereas just getting a 3D printer and just cranking it out would be a lot simpler. For me, it would be a lot easier to just make it out of leather and thin metal, but I was doing that long before I got into Nerf, so I have all the tools and I know how to do it and all of that. But yeah, no, you could definitely make it look good enough, especially if you sanded out the grooves, or you did a filler primer to make it not look 3D printed. You could definitely make armor that would hold up to LARP and look decent. Especially if you definitely want to make sure you're padding the inside correctly and all of that. As you said, constructed correctly. Yes, I think that would be perfectly viable. Obviously, it would be up to the local game rules whether they decide to allow plastic armor, but they're using foam swords, so... Dustin Bergen. Have you seen the Warhammer 40k satire series called If the Emperor Had Text-to-Speech Device? I have not, and I have got to find that, because that sounds hilarious. He has got to have so many angry things to say about what the Imperium of Man has done to his empire. Leprechaun! Another fantastic handle. How many trilogy shells do you have at the moment? I haven't the foggiest idea. I quit counting a while ago. Kelvin Clark. Will you ever do a Nerf Rebel range day with bow and arrows included? Absolutely. I love the Rebel line. It's a fabulous line of blasters, and the arrows are fun. Skirmish Customs. Do you pronounce it Xavier or Xavier? Neither. It's actually correctly would be pronounced Xavier. Would be the original French pronunciation. But it depends on which Xavier you're talking about. So for like the channel, I generally pronounce it Xavier, Captain Xavier. That is the modern pronunciation. And since he is a modern character, I use the modern pronunciation. Whereas captain.xavier.nerf from my medieval recreation days, it's Xavier, Xavier, actually. Xavier. And that is because it is an older spelling based on an older name, which was, I believe, Etabier. So it was Etabier. But I preferred Xavier, so you can make up whatever name you want. It's how it works. So, yeah, either. I have people who have known me for 20 years who, to this day, just call me Zav. That's how they've always known me. That's the shortened version. They still call me Zav, even though they know my real name. They just don't care. Adam Fazar. Will you be getting a Nerf Mando blaster? Almost certainly, yes. And do you like black licorice? Black licorice, no. I like black jelly beans. Those are my favorite growing up. I loved black jelly beans, and I think I ate so many I burned myself out of them. But just straight black licorice, no. Not so much. King Lai Kanon 00. What would you trade for a full keg of Spricker root beer? Oh, probably someone else's kidney. Brian Van Esterick, the last question. Do you have a clear recording of you saying murder? I have one cut from your video, and I use it as a kill marker in a video game because it's hilarious. I will provide one at the end of the video after the credits. I'll have a bunch of them on there for you. The best story I've heard about murder was that somebody used it as their text alert on their phone, and they got pulled over for speeding, and they fully admit that they were speeding. They were dead to rights. They deserved a ticket, and the police officer came to the window and asked them, license and registration, and in that exact moment, they got a text, and so a very distinct Captain Xavier murder came out, and apparently the police officers in the auxiliary and recognized it and let the guy go with a warning, which is fabulous and an absolutely horrid abuse of power, wouldn't you say? My helmet! No, he's exposed. No, nothing. Stop it! Behave yourself, sir! He thinks it's hilarious, too. All right. Murders at the end. Now for the loot. The looting. The loot. The swag. I've got letters. I have 4 letters. I think that's the most letters I have ever gotten in a fan mail. And I love letters. So I'm always, sometimes more excited about the note than about what is actually in the package. I mean, I love the loot. But the notes are what keep me going. Flag! What? Forgot to throw it all together. Ha! Take that! Alright, now for the loot. We shall start with the letters, because I love getting letters, and they're fabulous, and I've got 4 of them. We will start with this one from Caleb Green. Hello, Captain Xavier. I turned 14 on December 15th. Happy birthday. But I felt like sending you a present instead. You are the main reason I am proud to call myself a Nerfer. I first joined the hobby all the way back in June of 2019. I just aged a decade. Right at the end of my 7th grade year, I stumbled across your video on tier when I was perusing around for a good Nerf minigun. I have been a fan since. You're the one who taught me that life is short, so do the most you can. I would absolutely love to meet you in person when this virus ends, but until then, keep on keeping on and murder all of the zombies in honor of the fallen auxiliary. Bangarang! Your loyalist fan, the real Speed Bump 01. Here's a little picture of me. It's adorable. I've got a bandana and everything. That is awesome. I like the shoulders. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. I look forward to hopefully, seeing more of you once the plague ends and I can travel again. I had such wonderful plans. What do I want to say? We'll go James Domorod next. And he says, to the Captain Xavier. Feel free to read on camera, but be warned, this letter may or may not contain sappy and wholesome feelings. Those are the best kind. Greetings, Captain. I hope this day finds you well. It does. I'm having a great day. It's Christmas Eve. I have good food lined up for the evening. I've got plans for Christmas, videos with family, and today, I am opening loot. Anyway, I'm writing to you today not to ask for a shout out or to ask a question, but merely to thank you. I've been watching your content for the better part of a few years, and I've been absolutely loving it. From the fun and goofing loadout videos, to the campfire tales about old wars and battles for honor, to the mind-boggling mods that still manage to confuse and slightly frighten me on rewatches, and everything else you put out in between. Your videos are what inspired me to take up engineering as a career, and have been part of the motivation ever since. Rewatching older content like the Modulus Stampede or Ire series has been a nice pick-me-up after a long day. In all honesty, your videos have shaped my life in a few other interesting ways. Because of you, good sir, I have now incorporated shtick, schmuck, and many other words that don't start with the letter S into my regular vocabulary just from the amount of time I've spent laughing at your videos. There isn't too much more to say, I suppose, so I'll leave it at this. I'm sure that I speak for a very large portion of your subscribers when I say thank you for everything you do for the hobby. While I am not a large part of the modding community anymore, your videos are still incredible to watch and enjoy. Sincerely, James. Well, thank you, James. That you really don't know how much letters like this mean to me and keep me going. They do say that flattery, I can't think of the phrase now. It's not mimicry, is it? No. Imitation. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I don't know why that word escaped me. So, yeah, the fact that you've picked up vocabulary from me is that I love that. I've picked up a lot of those from other people. I got schmuck from Sir Hamish, was where I really picked up that word. But yeah, thank you. All right. Timothy Masters. I know how much you like to get them, so a handwritten letter inside from Squirrely. Squirrely has written me a note. That is awesome. Q. He has written me the letter Q. This video brought to you by the letter Q. That is awesome. I'm keeping this, Squirrely. I'm keeping this Q. It's a good Q. I love silly people. They are the best people. All right. We have Adam Markle has apparently sent me something terribly. Dr. Seuss. What do we have here? And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. Chaylo, as we all struggle to be merry at the closing of this most challenging year, let us look at the blessings we have shared. Knowledge to teach, works to inspire, dreams made reality. We are blessed to live in a time and place. Just imagine a pandemic in the 80s. Ooh. Our community welcomes artists, dreamers, makers from all walks of life. We celebrate our differences and lift up the strange and unusual for the lessons and stories they have to share. In the dark, cold days ahead, know that you have touched more hearts and minds than you will ever know. Thank you, my captain, Adam Markle, a.k.a. Party Frog Markle Jersey Lantern. P.S. Bangerang. Hope you savor every little moment of this season. I have been, and I thank you. Thank you very, very much. I hope next year is definitely better. We can only strive to help make sure that it is in every way that we can. And this year could have been a lot worse were it not for so many people who did so much to help so many. So, all right. Now that I'm all verklempt, let's get on to the loot. We shall start with my tactical stocking as sent to me by the McPhersons. It has my logo as a 3D printed and painted patch. That is fantastic. It is festooned with mint, my favorite holiday snack. Let's see what we have inside. I could have sworn it was more full than this when I first pulled it out of the box, and I don't know if stuff fell out or if there was food in here and it got drug out by a local feral cat and the contents went with it, or perhaps I was burgled. But for them to only have burgled stuff out of my stocking and not, you know, the copious stuff on my wall would be weird. Well, let's see what we got. Maybe this was it. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't remember. All right, we have some manner of stuff-colored pretzels with sprinkles in my color. Almond bark pretzels in my colors. That is magnificent. I'm going to have one right now. Now. Oh. Oh, those are delicious. I love almond bark. Nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. I'm going to eat all of those before this day is over. Brains! Brains! Brain bombs! And I finally have an orange brain bomb. And a green one, and a red one. How terribly festive, and how terribly mean. That is fantastic. One can never have too many brain bombs. And if I am not mistaken, there is, in fact, at the very bottom, Joe's Kansas City Original Barbecue Sauce. I was expecting root beer. This is much better. The sauce made famous in a little gas station barbecue joint in Kansas City, the barbecue capital of the world. Well, that is fantastic. Now I have to get some pork. I like barbecue pork. I have to crock some pork and gloop in the sauce. That sounds delicious. Ah! There is almond bark dust in my tactical stocking. I'm going to dump that out. Anyway, if there was supposed to be more in here, let me know and I will try to track it down. I'm sure it can't have gone too far. I could have sworn there was something that looked like a 3D printed cylinder. And then wasn't in there. Maybe I'm making stuff up. Maybe. Alright, on with the loot. Aha! We have here something from Amazon. It is. I suspected as much. Let me guess. It doesn't say. No note. Oh wait, it is. It's from Sparky. Oh, sweet! It is a Laketown Guard with a little catapult and a weapon rack. And definitely a figure I did not have. That is awesome. I really wish when the Lord of the Rings stuff first came out, I had money, because I would have acquired so many of these little poly bags for the minis, because they're not very expensive, but they're just full of good stuff. Awesome. Yes. I love getting minis I don't have. Alright, let's take a look at this one. It's also from, it says Future Trade. Open the bag, give it to me. It's a thing. What's it? Enjoy your gift from Squirrely. Squirrely, Squirrely has given me a knitted night hat. Sweet. I have a gray one. This one is in my high school colors. Black and red, and our colors was white, but silver is heraldically white. That is really cool. I'm putting it on, because it's probably warmer than this hat. And it's cold out here. It's got a crest. Does it fit? It does! And it covers my ears. I could pull it down over my... Beard's hanging out. Leaving it up. Alright. Fantastic. Alright, let's open up this one. What do we got here? There's a note. Wait. Wear it to improve mental health of others around you from Squirrely. Squirrely. Squirrel. What is it? It's a thing. I think I know what this one is. Is it in fact... It is. It is in fact a knitted Cthulhu mask. I think I have one of these. But this one's much nicer. Softer. Very cool. Well, now I've got... Wait. What? Oh, I see. Thank you so much. You know I love my silly hats. Especially knit ones, because they're warm and it's cold here. Most excellent. Alright, we'll take a look at this one. This comes from Joshua Bull. Joshua Bull has sent me a thing. he has sent me the Finland Saga. Oh, aha! A note! I hope this is a note. It is a note! Salutations, Captain Xavier de Normandy. Greetings from the Bay of Green and the frozen wastelands of Wisconsin. Although we've battled together in the year of our Lord 2019, many miles away from both of our homes in the great tundra of Minnesota and the city of Minneapolis, in the name of fighting against the scourge of bullying, tragically, we were not able to meet again on the field of battle in this year thanks to the ravages of plague. If fortune favors us, we may meet together again, perhaps in the coming year, or at worst, the year after. In the meantime, I have elected to bestow upon you the gift that this letter was contained in. Translation for non-overwritten English from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Was looking forward to playing at the Project My Neighborhood event until the apocalypse happened and put an end to it. Well, just about everything. Hopefully we'll be able to have more events next year. Here, have a comic book. Finland Saga is a manga loosely based on historic Norse sagas and stands as one of the best comics I've ever read. At a glance, it appears to be a simple historic fiction series, but between the lines is an exploration of the self-destructive nature of revenge, the futility of war, and the virtues of pacifism. I figure this would be relevant in your interest, and I hope you enjoy it. That's all I have for now. Here to the day where we meet again on the field of battle. In the meantime, may your root beer and ammo be plentiful. Josh Bull. Well, that is fantastic. I assume it is, in fact, backwards, because that's how am do. Sure appears to be. Oh, he's been shot in the eye. That is just gonna ruin your day. Gotta get them shields up. Gotta get them shields up. Oh, yeah. Shields! We need more shields. Bring the gate down! Da, 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 da. Awesome. That is going to be an awesome, awesome read. Very, very cool. You don't see a whole lot of Scandinavian manga. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you very much. I, too, look forward to hopefully seeing you again in future events. Alright. What do we got? What do we got? What have we... What do we got? We got a thing. We got a thing. Here, behold this thing from Nate A. Not Nate B, nor Nate C, but Nate A. Attempt to get into it without damaging the contents. Look! A note! Issues. Greetings, Captain. A while back, I took a random trip into the wild of the internet to see what Nerf looks like some 20 years ago after Foamy Dart Goodness was last on my Christmas list. I stumbled across your channel and imagine my surprise to see what nerfing has become. These days, I have little more to do with Nerf than occasionally plinking around the house or antagonizing coworkers at the office, and oh, I do. But your channel has been a fantastic find regardless. The silly antics are highly entertaining and the builds are interesting, but most of all, the effort you make to be positive and inclusive is admirable. The Makerspace 2 is an amazing project and will no doubt inspire many adults and kids alike. Inside you'll find a pair of Zap Snap rockets and launcher, circa 1992. Sweet. Unfortunately, the product lived up to its name, and the elastic on the rockets and loops with which to launch them did indeed snap long ago. Still, I thought it might make a good addition to your collection. I have no doubt it will. And the very best, the rockets would make good throwables for HVZ. And what package would complete without sweets from the vintage candy shop in my hometown? Enjoy! Keep up the excellent work, stay safe from the plague, and have a great holiday. Oh, I will, sir. Oh, look at this. Oh, those look delicious. I very much like this type. And if these, are these mint? Oh, look, they're spearmint. Oh, spearmint leaves. Oh, you, sir. That is amazing. St. Laurent Brothers. Oh, I can smell it through the plastic. It smells so good. Mint. Cannot believe I did not tell you people I loved mint before. Oh, No, okay. First of all, more amazing Goomies. Goomy chubby penguins? Chubby penguins? They are indeed little penguins. Their feet and beaks. Look at them, they're so cool. But this, sir. This is one of those that I had heard of in Legends, but never thought I would ever actually get my hands on. So yeah, there's supposed to be a hook on there that hooks onto there, and then you pull it and it flings it forward like a catapult. Yeah, that. Oh, wow. 1992 was always one of my lesser years. I had completely forgotten this even existed. I knew I'd tried to get a hold of it, but people said that it was just so rare. And 2 rounds of ammunition, even though broken. That, sir, that is an amazing find for the collection. Thank you so much. This one I didn't even have on the list, and it's been filled. Oh, that is so cool. I have to figure out how to display these. Maybe just tape or something, I don't know. That, sir, that is so cool. And these, oh, mint, please. Oh, you people spoil me. You've gotten, you know what I'm about, and it makes me happy. All right, let's see what we've got for some of the larger package. Package. We're out of frame. Okay. Good. Stuff's piling up. Too much stuff. Too much awesome. Can't keep track. Okay. This comes to me from a someone. I'm not sure. Maybe there'll be a note where her name will be spelled and I can actually read it. Aha! From the desk of B. Teddy, Traveling Bear Extraordinaire. December 20th, 2020. Dear Chaylo Laurino, I am Big Teddy. I am a traveling bear. I appreciate being able to visit you as my boy's stepchild watch your videos all the time. Neat. My boy, Autumn, even if he is 45, can't travel right now due to COVID. We're making sure that we're all doing our part to be safe. This is the first time I have traveled by mail. Most of the time I work with the Lego men who build vehicles for traveling around my backyard and other places. I have been all over in them. I would like to talk to your Lego men about what they build. I have seen the fleets of square riggers, and one of my favorite methods of traveling is by sail. I'm sure we will enjoy talking about sailing. Also, I'm excited to see your wall of blasters. Any chance you could go over the wall with me? I would love to spend some time on the range. I'm coming to with my own blasters to test. They are small but mighty, just like me. I heard that there are pirates out your way, and I thought I would need to be armed. My boy made me a nice vest to hold my Nerf guns to make sure I don't get bear-napped on my way to you. Mostly, I just want to be helpful however I can while I visit you, and then come home to my boy and children and tell them about my adventures. Yours truly, B. Teddy. I'm worried about this Captain X. Do you need help hunting him down? I'm a very brave bear. I have no idea what's going on, but it sounds fantastic. There is indeed a bear with holsters. They used pennies as washers for copper rivets. That's brilliant. That is a particularly nice bear. That is an absolutely fantastic bear design. We have an old AirTech. Oh, that's got an obscenely good seal. And darts. I don't know if these will fire standard. I'm pretty sure AirTech uses their own ammo. But I have AirTech darts, so we're good. Yes, I shall make some videos involving this bear. As soon as the last set arrives for my Lego room, I will be doing a tour video, and I will take him with me. You can see all of my castle, all of my pirates, all of my vintage space, my Star Wars, all of that jazz. I've got a few new blasters to add to the collection, and I finally ordered lights. I will get decent lights here in the workshop, and when I get that done, I will do a fresh tour of the current state of the collection, and I will involve him in that. I will certainly take him on the range, and we will see how good his aim is. Can he hit anything at all? It will be awesome. Hopefully it looks like, hopefully the return address, what is this? What? There is a 3D printed XYZ cube in here. Is there an explanation? I see no explanation. What is going on? What's with the cube? Explain your stuff, bear. Explain. What? You know who you are. Email me, remind me what this is about. You probably emailed me, I'm sure you emailed me to ask about this. Email me again so I don't forget. Make sure to give me a return address so that I can get this bear back to its home when the time comes. That is also similar to the Tiny Cap project. All right, what do we have next? I believe I shall go with this one from the McPherson family, because of course they've sent me something because they're awesome, and it is probably going to make me gain at least a pound because it's probably full of deliciousness and amazingness. Oh look, a note. McPherson holiday gift number, the second one, bangarang. Boom. Greetings, Captain. Hoping this letter finds you well and in good health. It does. I have not yet contracted the plague. Hopefully it stays that way. We here at the McPherson house wanted to make sure that you have a festive holiday. I threw in a few awesome fun things into your stocking that should make you laugh, but this box really belongs to Melissa. She loves the holidays and especially loves to bake, as you have noticed. We are looking forward to the end of the year project and seeing what crazy antics you have been getting up to. Also, a more serious note, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for the content you create, for the way you present it. I look forward to your videos each week as my form of escapism in this plaguery crappy year. I really hope in 2021 will allow us to all gather again, and the McPherson Horde will make the long trek northwest to spend an afternoon flinging foam at the Makerspace. I would love that. Also, you can't casually throw out that you enjoy a good barbecue sauce and expect this native Kansas City family not to take that as a challenge. Make sure you know what good barbecue sauce really is. Be prepared to have a barbecue education whenever we decide you might be running low on gummies or root beer. Hopefully you can make it to an event in Kansas City soon and we can fill you from boots to beard with the best barbecue in the world. Happy holidays. Enjoy the loot and treats. The McPherson family. I love good barbecue. I went to North Carolina and I was promised barbecue and I was denied it. You know who you are and you know what you did. So I would love to have some barbecue in Kansas City to show those North Carolinians how do. Challenge. All right, let's see what we got. Look at the cookies. Cookies. That appears to be it. Cookies. All of the cookies. And all of the, how do I, give me the cookies. Yep. Aha, I'm in. We have a reindeer and a truck with a tree. We have Santa in a tree. We have Baby Yoda, reindeer, and Santas. Oh no, one of them's lost his head. They'll just have to eat him first. More Baby Yodas! Baby Yoda in a package. Baby Yoda Santa. Another Baby Yoda deer. This one has not lost his head, but he does appear to have lost an arm. All those look delicious. I do, of course, watch The Mandalorian. I have seen the finale. It's amazing. Those look so good. Those are so beautifully done. I've seen the videos where people do these kinds of decorations, and I always just am like, well, those look amazing. They look like you wouldn't want to eat them. They're so good. No, they're delicious. You will eat them all. They are amazing. That is so cool. It's good because I'm running out of cookies. I have one last X-Strike cookie that is probably now horribly stale, but I've saved it for Christmas Eve. I will be eating it tonight, and I will start on these in the morning. So awesome. So many snacks. Such good stuff. All right, one last package from Daniel Dillman. Dubious. Dubious, I tell you. Aha! Good Lord. He has actually wrapped everything. Of course he has. Because he is a madman. Note! A note! Are you sending me money? Why are you sending me money? That's weird. It's weird. Maybe there's an explanation. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the earth no crowds were expected, that one humble birth could set into motion a marvelous plan, our Savior God with us, the true hope of man. So, I mentioned there's one last Lego set that I am waiting on. It is, you should have not be surprised, it is coming from him, but it's coming from apparently Australia, and shipping has delayed it, but it will get your eventually. Chaylo, sorry the plague preventing you from seeing your family this Christmas. Lord willing, 2021 will be a better year. You know where I stand on God Jesus. I believe Jesus provides some big answers as to why there is such suffering in the world. He certainly knows that what suffering is. I will be praying for you that you have special time this Christmas regardless of everything, and that you stay safe. If you need anything, please let me know. God bless, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly. Oh, look! Oh. There's a $1 bill that just says, let's just say you answered all my questions in your last video. Dubious Anonymous. Thank you very much. Alright, let's see what this madman has sent me this time. Good Lord. What? Ooh. You don't see many of these. I do like a gimmicky finish blaster. I love how that pops up. Doesn't do anything else as far as I know. Just pops up. Oh, that is also the trigger release, so. Neat. Good stuff. Oh, Boodle and Swag. Swag and Boodle. Oh, is that what I think it is? He did! He's topped up my Spricker! He has sent me Spricker, which is good, because I was running low, and now I have Spricker for today and tomorrow. Most excellent. Thank you ever so much as always. Alright. We have gummies! Ooh! Sour Albanese. Definitely a favorite of mine. Albanese is my favorite gummy brand as a result of discovering them recently. They're so juicy and delicious, and they have so many flavors. Now there are 12 different flavors, which is way more than most have. I'm particularly fond of the blue. Most excellent Albanese. I had some of these, but they had gone stale. Alright, looks like I have to start unwrapping. We'll start with this dubiousness. It's mint, Andy's mints, and Russell Stover peppermint patties. They're the good ones. The inside is runny and delicious. Most excellent. Alright, what do we have here? We have a tiny package. Socks! The man got me socks! Oh, hanging with my Nomi. They are goofy, silly gnome socks! That is awesome. I particularly like the green one, the green striped ones. Well, I will have to wear these whenever I visit my mother. I will have to wear them tomorrow when I do my video call with my mother. That is awesome. Holiday gnome socks. Alright, what do we have? It's tall. Dubious. I'm suspicious I have been led astray by this man before, you see. Aha! The truth. Pretzels. Oh, delicious, delicious. Original seasoned pretzel twists. And a bin to keep them in. That's a really nice thing to keep stuff in. I'm keeping that. That is lovely. That is lovely. We've got, I don't know. This one's just properly wrapped. Ah, shred the paper. Shred it. Lovely. Lovely. Ooh. Had to have a custom box for this, apparently. Let's see if we can get into it without damaging anything. Aha, we're in. Bubble wrap. Yes. Yes. Oh, ho, ho. He has sent me a Wisconsin mug. On Wisconsin, plunge right through the line, run the ball, clear down the field, a touchdown sure this time. On Wisconsin, fight on for her fame, fight fellows, fight, we'll win this game. Neat. I do like a good mug. I shall add this to my collection. I have a collection of mugs, you see. Mostly root beer ones. Because I like having the right mug for the right root beer. So I have a lot of A&W mugs because they are very common. Let it snow, Merry Christmas, let it snow, Merry Christmas. Okay, this one also just appears to be standard shred the paper type. Come on, aha. Oh, is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? If it is, that would be fantastic. Good lord. Shaggity. I don't know. He could have replaced it. You never know with this guy. Behave yourself. It is in fact a strife. The man somehow found a modulus strife in box with barrel. Fantastic. I recently used one of the ones that I had stockpiled to build a present for a friend's son. So getting a replacement is greatly appreciated. Thank you ever so much. And thank all of you. As always, you send me the coolest stuff. There is stuff here that never occurred to me to even try to get my hands on. I didn't know these were a thing. So much cool stuff, and I really appreciate it. And I really, especially the letters, the notes. I love getting the notes and hearing how I have done good in the world. I mean, that sounds very narcissistic, but it really does help me to be reminded that no, what I'm doing is worthwhile, and it does help people, and people do appreciate it. And so I thank you. And so to all of you, again, to whatever days you hold holy, may they be wonderful. And even if you don't hold any holy, may your days be wonderful. And hopefully if we work together, we can make the next year better. And I will get to see some of you again and get shot in the face by you again and fling foam at you, and it will be fantastic. So thank you all so much. Take care, and I will talk to you again New Year's. There will be a New Year's video. Plus you'll get to see the end of the year video. And whatever other videos I come out with. There'll be lots of Lego videos, because I'm building lots of Lego during my vacation, because I'm on vacation! Alright, enough with the blather. Thank you again. Murder. 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 Murder you.